Yes, guys, welcome to another episode of Mattzina Acting Tips. Today we're going to be talking about accents. Now, so many actors just dread accents. And I get it, you know, because when people are kind of training in acting, there's always just that one person, and I mean that it's literally that one person per class that is just amazing at accents. They can do any accent like that. And it makes everyone else think and that, wait a minute, I'm no good at accents, and it's not actually the case. Most people and most actors require work on accents. So you get yourself this limiting belief that you're no good at accents when you actually probably are. All right? So it's just a mental block. Now, so you get an audition and you're like, right, I've got to learn this accent, US, Scottish, whatever it might be. How do you go about developing that accent? First thing you do is you've got to remember it's all repetition, and you've got all the tools of the trade now to be able to just repeat. And it's like creating like a little patchwork blanket. You know, you've got to create it in so many little patches, and then it all gets sewn together, and suddenly you can conversationally speak that accent. So what you want to do is start off by finding somebody who is conversationally native in a certain accent that you're trying to learn. Find interviews with them where they're very conversational. Then use YouTube maybe, or any other, and it might be a podcast or anything, but basically press play and pause and try and learn individual words at first. Then once you're confident with a lot of individual words, then copy and learn sentences and be saying them out loud all of the time. We're talking about doing this for an hour, and suddenly kind of your brain learns all the different routes through the vernacular, through the accent, through the dialect, and suddenly you might feel confident to then either out loud or with somebody else start to speak it conversationally. Now, you will go wrong. When you do, go back and have a little listen and think, how does that sound? How's that sound created? And that's how you get to being able to speak it conversationally. When you get a bit more technical, I'm a dialect coach in TV and film, and I wasn't particularly good at accents, or wasn't that person, but I learned how to develop accents in the same way that I'm teaching you now. The first thing you need to look out for is vowel sounds, A, E, I, O, U, all right? A lot of accents just literally change with the vowel sounds, so look out for those. Also, you need to kind of think about where the dialect or the accent actually sits within your mouth. Where is the sound created? And you'll find that every accent and dialect sits within a certain part of your mouth. As you're starting to learn it, as you're starting to speak it, feel in your mouth, maybe close your eyes, where that particular accent resonates from. And if you find that and you're able to work with that, it will help you be very conversational in that particular accent or dialect. Right, I hope that helps. It's a very interesting subject. And like I say, if you've got any questions, as usual, get into the comments and ask me. But this is something that you just need to learn, need to work on. It takes time, and you will be absolutely fine. And you'll be able to learn any accent or dialect once you kind of play around with these techniques. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you press the bell button so you're notified every single time a new episode comes out. And I'll see you next week for another episode of Mattzina Acting Tips.